Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Joe Ramirez with Ballot Initiative Pros. So we got this brand new petition here, only exclusively for the city of San Francisco. So what this petition is right here, so it's the Affordable Housing Guarantee Act. Sorry, I can't get it all in the camera there, but yeah. So this ordinance dedicates revenue from the existing real estate transfer tax on properties valued at 10 million or more. Got the wind blowing here. You gotta get some paperweights there. Okay, so yeah, so valued at 10 million or more, exclusively to the protection, preservation, and production of affordable housing in San Francisco. Sorry about the fire truck, guys. It guarantees that funds cannot be diverted to other uses and creates new accountability requirements for how the money is spent. So basically the way it is now, it's all in the petition. If you guys want to read it, or if you guys just want to watch the video, just go ahead and watch the video. Everything is explained in detail right here, and it's an honest, in-depth explanation, because we're not allowed to lie to you guys. And if you guys see anybody lying about the petitions, ask them what their name is. If they won't give you a name, then take a picture of them, report them, because that's not right. People should not be lying to you about any ballot initiative. So if you spot anything illegal with these ballot initiatives, anyone that looks shady, circulating ballot initiatives, telling you just to sign, don't do it. Make sure they explain to you what it's about, and also make sure that you read it, and what the words that are coming out of their mouth match what's on the petition here. So do not sign, and make sure to report people if they are violating election codes. Also, if they are misrepresenting the petition, we are not allowed to do that. So very important, guys. Make sure you do that. Always be cautious, be wary. And then also specifically for San Francisco campaigns, make sure that people are wearing a badge. If they're not wearing it, just simply ask to see it, and that's it. So basically, back to the petition. The way it is now, the city collects a transfer tax on certain sales and long-term leases of real property in San Francisco. The transfer tax rate depends on the real property's sale price or value. The tax rate is 5.5% for properties with a sales price or value from 10 million to under 25 million, and 6% for properties with a sales price value of 25 million or more. Certain sales and leases are exempt from the tax or are subject to reduced rates. Revenues generated from the transfer tax may be used for any governmental purpose. The Board of Supervisors may amend, reduce, suspend, or repeal the transfer tax without voter approval. Voters must approve any increase of the transfer tax. State law limits the total revenue, including tax revenue, the city may spend each year. The voters may approve increases to this limit for up to 4 years. Okay, guys, so the proposal, here it is. The proposed measure would reduce the current transfer tax by half for certain properties, and would establish a new transfer tax of approximately the same amount that the city could spend only on affordable housing and other specified purposes. The proposed measure would reduce the current transfer tax from 5.5% to 2.75% for properties with a sales price or value from 10 million to under 25 million, and from 6% to 3% for properties with a sales price or value of 25 million or more. This would also impose a new transfer tax of 2.75% for properties with a sales price or value between 10 million and 25 million, and 6% for properties with a sales price or value of 25 million or more. So this would apply the same exemptions and tax reductions for the current transfer tax to the new. Sorry about that, lost my place here, guys. From the current transfer tax to the new transfer tax. For the new transfer tax, exempt the first sale of real property within 5 years following completion of construction. So you get an exemption for the first time, and for the new transfer tax, sorry about that. Same place. Let's see. All right, I'm just gonna start over there, guys. So apply the same exemptions and tax reductions from the current transfer tax to the new transfer tax. For the new transfer tax, exempt the first sale of real property within 5 years, allowing completion of construction of new residential units on the property for certain properties, and allow the city to secure bond debt with proceeds from the new transfer tax. The city could spend revenue from the new transfer tax only as follows. All right, so pay attention. Here's what it is, guys. So this is how the money can be spent. At least 60% to affordable housing production programs, at least 50% of that amount to alternative models for permanent affordable housing, and the remainder to multi-family affordable housing. It's really hot out here, guys. It's like 90 degrees. I'm not currently in San Francisco, so I'm burning up. So if it's like 96 degrees out here, so please forgive me for the little errors in speech there. I'm just trying to get this video done for you guys. This is the best place I can find. So thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, so basically, back to what I was saying. Right, so at least 50% of that amount to alternative models for permanent affordable housing, and the remainder to multi-family affordable housing. At least 25% to acquisition or rehabilitation of affordable housing. At least 60% of that amount to new acquisitions of affordable housing, and the remainder to rehabilitation and stabilization of affordable housing. It sounds like I'm repeating myself, but that's what the petition reads. It actually states those things twice. So, and then at least 10% to tenant stabilization / homelessness prevention programs. At least 50% of that amount to eviction defense and prevention, and the remainder to emergency rental assistance for both the current and new transfer tax. The board could amend the tax only to exempt rent-restricted affordable housing, or to make other changes consistent with the stated purposes of the new transfer tax. All other changes would require voter approval. All these changes would apply indefinitely until amended or repealed. The measure would increase the city's spending limit for 4 years. So basically, here we got another part of the petition here on the bottom. So I'm going to read that to you guys here. So basically, this petition is targeted for people in San Francisco in a housing emergency. Shit. Man. All right, you guys didn't see that. All right, let's see. San Francisco, working families, seniors, teachers, nurses, and longtime residents are being forced out of the city they call home because there's simply not enough affordable housing. And without urgent action, that crisis will only deepen and get worse. Whereas only 7% of San Francisco's public employees, very important here, can afford current market rate rents. 40% of workers don't reside in San Francisco, so we got a lot of people commuting to work. It's really difficult for people, the gas prices, all that stuff, so the ultimate goal of this new petition here is to make housing affordable for people that are first responders, people that are vital workers in the city of San Francisco. And so basically 40% of workers don't reside in San Francisco. Median income public employees would have a rent burden of 59% if they lived in non-rent control housing, and San Francisco would have to triple affordable housing and production to meet the range of housing needs to fit workers' wages. According to the 2021 San Francisco Labor Council's Housing Our Workers Report, and so basically the city must build 82,069 new homes by 2031 to meet its identified housing need, and more than half, nearly 47,000, must be affordable to low and moderate income San Franciscans who cannot survive in the private market without help. Right now, there are more than 17,000 affordable homes are fully approved and ready to build, but they sit idle because public funding to break ground has not been secured. Every year of delay means more families displaced, more seniors evicted, and more workers are getting priced out. So this is not good for us, folks. We need to, fix this housing problem, housing shortage, whatever you want to call it, here in the state, especially in San Francisco, one of the most expensive cities in the world. But that doesn't mean that, basically we can't fix the problem if we all work together, if we all sign these petitions. And you're not saying yes or no by signing. You just, we're just agreeing to put it on the ballot and let the voters decide. Okay, so just give it a chance, guys. Just sign. Okay, and basically what we're the aim of this is, at our current pace, San Francisco is building affordable housing 6 times slower than required, averaging fewer than 900 affordable units per year, when the city needs nearly 5,825 and faces a staggering $26.6 billion funding gap over the next decade, with identified revenues covering less than 15 cents of every dollar needed. And man, sorry about that, guys. This sometimes they kind of end it funny, but anyway, so the San Francisco voters have already shown the way. The 2020 transfer tax on properties sold for $10 million or more has generated more than $200 million that prevented more than 25,000 evictions. It also removed hundreds of homes from the speculative market and created over 550 new affordable homes, proving that when we spend revenue on housing, it works. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for basically just coming onto the channel and hearing what I have to say. So with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe this video if you find it informative. Even if you don't, help us out, help the channel grow and stuff. So basically the aim of my channel here at Ballot Initiative Pros is we're here to educate the public about what these ballot initiatives are, petitions, voter initiatives, and also just to inform the public of what we're actually doing out there, because there's a lot of people, and I apologize for this, folks, a lot of people that are just not properly trained. They don't know what they're talking about. They're misrepresenting the issue. So basically, I would encourage you guys not to sign for them and sign with professionals like myself. And so my name's Joe Ramirez, and if you guys see me out there, make sure to say hi. Hey, I saw the video, I gave you a like or subscribe, anything like that, would really appreciate it. And make sure to sign this petition for me. All right, guys, and we'll see you out there. All right, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.